So here we got my Kia Soul, and I'm doing a few other bits and pieces to it with videos also, but now I'm going to go through showing you how to debadge it and remove any sticker residue. So I'll come to the debadging later. So it had a big sticker on it, and you can just sort of see the outline of the sticker there. So I managed to peel the sticker off. It was a car garage sticker, but also I noticed that the previous owner had some kind of sticker here as well, and you can just see the outline of the writing. So what I want to do is I want to remove all of that sticky stuff from the window. It's not overly visible from the outside, so you can't really see it, but if you don't have tinted windows like this, then it would be very visible. So what I'm going to use is this item here, which I got from my local B&Q. It's called Sticky Stuff Remover. I've used it on previous cars, so I know it works. And I just use a bit of rag, and then what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of that on the rag and then rub at it, and it's as simple as that. And so I've got my Sticky Stuff Remover on my little bit of rag, and if I can just find a bit in focus. I don't know if, let's go this side, maybe you can see it a bit better. And it's gone, and it's gone. So you can see it there. So here's where we're at now with using that Sticky Stuff Remover. So as you can see, it's all gone. This one came off really easy because I'd only peeled the sticker off a couple of days ago. This one took a bit more elbow grease, so I wiped the Sticky Stuff Remover on it, just left it for a minute, and then I used the sponge with a light scour on the other side of it, and it just came off eventually. So what I'm going to do now is just give the windows a quick clean with some window cleaner, but that's the stickers off. I've also got one in the front there. I'll just go around and show you. So that mess there, that was where a tax disc holder was, so I'm just going to put some sticky stuff on there. That's on there pretty nasty, to be honest, so might take a while. So I wiped it over with the Sticky Stuff Remover, and then the big patch that was on there, well, what I did is I wiped it all over and left it on there for about 30 seconds, a minute. Then I used a little scouring sponge, just used one of these, and I used the rough edge, and it just rubbed straight off. And then I went round it again with the cloth just to get any odd little bits and pieces, and there we go. So now I've removed the stickers, I'm going to try and debadge it, and there's a couple of things that I should mention here. Firstly, here's all the tools that I'm going to use for this. I'm going to use this little card, old discount card that I've got, to scrape the badge off. You're going to need to get behind it, and if you use something metal, you're going to scratch the paintwork. So this is plastic and it's flexible. I've got my Sticky Stuff Remover because there's bound to be a bit of gunk left. I've got sponge, and I've also got my girlfriend's hairdryer. I'm not going to use this side of the sponge because that will also scratch the paintwork. I haven't quite decided on what badges I want to remove. I'm going to remove the CRDI for sure, and I'm toying between removing both of these badges or just leaving the shaker badge on. I think I'm going to leave the shaker on. This Kia badge also, there's one of these on the back and front that I want to remove, but these are different because they're not just glued on, they've actually got two little pins in the back that go into the boot handle. So as you can see, I'm not getting too close to the badge. I don't want to burn the paintwork. I don't think I will with a hairdryer, but I'm not risking it. So now that I've done that, I'm going to get my card, and hopefully you can see they'll just come off. And most of the glue stayed on there actually, not much is on the badge, so I'm going to scrape that away with the card, and then I'll also use some of my faithful sticky stuff, and I think I'll crack on with that now and then show you the end result in a moment. So this is where I'm at the moment. I've wiped it over the sticky stuff remover, and now I'm just going to use, if I can get the picture not to blur, there we go, just going to use the corner of this, and you just have to take your time and gently rub at it. So it can't be rushed, so give yourself plenty of time for this. And you just keep going until you've gone all the way round. Right, I've finished that one now. As you can see, we've managed to remove all traces of it, and I went over it vigorously with the sticky stuff remover. Got most of it off, and there was still a little bit of an outline of the letters, so I used a sponge, gave it a rub, then used the dry cloth, then some more sticky stuff, and now there isn't a trace. Actually, it's come off really well of the letters at all. As you can see, I'll try and focus in on the area roughly where it was. There's no markings there whatsoever. Now what you will find is, if you have an older car, sometimes if it's been out in the sun, the paint around the lettering will be a different colour to the paint underneath the lettering. That's because the paint's sun faded. So that's something just to be wary of. It shouldn't happen on this. It's only 6-7 years old, and obviously the paintwork these days should be a higher quality as well. Thankfully it hasn't happened here. What you can do if you find that happens to you is you can buy car polish, which will then make the whole car the same colour. It's a coloured polish. I think Turtle Wax do a brand, and you just keep rubbing at it. But I'm really pleased with this, and as you can see, a little bit of time, a little bit of elbow grease, job's done. So I'm going to do the sole badge now. So I've debadged her now. I did decide to remove the sole and the shaker badge. I didn't want to leave something on there. I just thought it would look a bit odd. So here's the final result. As you can see, there's no marks left. It's probably taken me about an hour and a half to do all three in total. The O around the sole was particularly difficult to get the residue off of that. So it was a case of pushing hard with the sticky stuff remover, then wiping it with the sponge, and then back again to the remover and so forth. So but I've got it all off, and now she's debadged.